All the quiet good teams get to play the Set the Thanksgiving Table game, where you get to draw a turkey head, bread basket, dishes and veggies and fruit basket, candles, plates, cranberry sauce, dish of potatoes and mashed potatoes, leaves and fall leaves, maple leaves, and also desserts. Who wins on the table? You must have a turkey, at least one type of dessert, and at least 3 plates or more. They must be filled with veggies. So first you have to get the plate, then veggies or side dishes, or even turkey can be on it. You must also have at least one type of side dish such as bread, veggies, or potatoes on each plate. And there's more rules here that we can discuss that I will read for you. But the aim of the game is you're gonna get a tablecloth table like this, and you're gonna throw a dice, and each time you're gonna take a turn with your special friend, shoulder partner at your desk, and you're gonna take turns drawing, setting for a Thanksgiving table. But first, before we get started with that, we have a quick little funny game drawing to do. We're gonna make a funny turkey. So check that you have your name. Please check that you have a name. And it's gonna be, the name of the lesson is Funny Turkey. I'm using markers so you can see it better, but you're using pencil. So put your hands like this so it looks like a turkey's body. So the thumb is curving this way and the feathers will go this way. But we're gonna do something funny about the thumb. We're gonna continue and make it longer. You're gonna make it longer and funny. And then you're gonna, when you come to these fingers, make them pointy too, like feathers. Instead of going around them, make them pointy, like that. We made it nice and funny. Then you're gonna make some triangles. And make more triangles this way. These are all the feathers. Then you're gonna make shape U, and you're gonna make a zigzag line all the way down. And here we're gonna do a waddle, a funny and really long waddle, and finish the body here. We're gonna make it look like the turkey is running, so we're gonna put one leg going down this way, and the toes or the bird's feet are gonna be extended like if it's mid-run, one this way and one the opposite way, just because we want it to be funny. It looks like he is on a turkey run, which is our story is gonna be all about turkey run. You can give it nails like that. And now, to make it funny, you're gonna put big eyes. I'll give him a funny eyelashes and a funny long beak. And then we're gonna give him lots of textures, little feathers. And the funnier, the uglier he is, the better, because he's gonna be our runaway turkey monster like you saw. I showed you a picture. So if he looks terrible, that's a good thing today. And then we want lots of feather textures lines like these. And you can do even dots or other types of textures on the body. And then for these, we are gonna make it simple, looking like a leaf. Divide each triangle into half. And then put lines next to it. And I wonder which team's gonna get to play the Thanksgiving setting table game, because the captains will tell me which teams were the quietest to play. We're gonna separate it to different textures. and different divisions. And each division is going to be a different color because this is our funny turkey. Now, I'm going to show you the funny way we're going to color. We're going to color each section like a patchwork, like a quilt. So each one is going to be a different quilt color. So quilts are patchworks that moms and grandmas and aunts would sew together during winter months. And we can make it look like it was sewn and drawn, so we can put some buttons and stitches. This can be stitches around just to decorate it. And this is called a quilt. And this is called a quilt. And a message of the quilt could be Happy Thanksgiving. So write it with me. HAPPYThanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. And you can say gobble gobble. GOBBLE. Gobble gobble. So, what is a quilt? Quilt is a patchwork, like a sewing square that can be put together. And all these pieces, all these little squares create memories for a blanket, baby blanket, or a big blanket over bed, comforter, or even a tapestry for the wall. And these would be inherited pieces that people would keep and treasure from daughter to mom to grandma, from grandma to mom to daughter, and to a new baby. And they would be lasting a generation. They would keep them very treasured possessions. Family heirlooms. It's called a heirloom. So we're gonna pretend these are all pieces of fabric. And each of these sections is a piece of fabric that got recycled. So quilts would be made from recycled fabrics, pieces of fabric that got discarded, and nothing would get wasted before. So each color, each section that I'm drawing, this orange is a different piece of fabric than this blue. Each section is a little bit a different piece of fabric that got cut from a different cloth. When a dress would be sewn and there would be little bits of fabrics that got left out, that could all get recycled into a beautiful piece of art, tapestry, comforter, and those are called quilts. And it's a great American tradition. Sometimes they would make them patriotic, so they would be all red and blue. And your turkey can be patriotic too if you like. Or it can be Thanksgiving colors, or you choose the colors you like. But quilts are very famous, and it's a very old historical tradition, especially now over the holidays. Families are visiting each other. They're giving each other gifts. You can do polka dots. You can do embellishments. Okay, so double check that you have your happy Thanksgiving. You can write a funny message, gobble gobble. I'm using different type of colors for my funny runaway turkey. And everybody who is doing beautiful work like Blue Team is doing so amazing because they have such an amazing captain. They get to play that Thanksgiving game I showed you that we talked about. My Thanksgiving turkey has a blue eyelashes. She's really, really funny. Eyelashes and blue eyeshadow just to make her nice and cute and funny. Wanna give her funny stockings, maybe rainbow, maybe black and white. I don't know which ones, but right now I'm just doing a lot of stripes for her stockings. She's coming really funny. Okay, so the boys that are turkeys, they're called toms, T-O-M, toms. Or sometimes they're called gobbler, gobbler, if it's a boy turkey. And if it's a female turkey, it has a fan. The fan comes around here. And since I'm doing my Thanksgiving turkey, a female, I'm gonna give her a fan. And the fan of feathers is called a tuft, T-U-F-T, tuft. So the female turkeys have tufts like that. Make sure you overlap some colors as you're blending, like I'm doing here, the brown and the yellow, just to give it more dimension. You can take a black crayon or black pencil like I am, and you can outline all the line details. You can even add buttons in between your stitches, so it looks like it was sewn on, like an application inside of sewing. Turkeys also have a little piece of skin hanging off from right here. I forgot what the name was, but we can look it up. Okay, so it's called snoot. So it's S. This flap of skin is called snoot, S-N-O-O-D. This one is called wattle. Wattle. And this is called the fan of feathers we just talked about. Who can tell me what the name was? Raise your hand. We have the snoot, what? The wattle, the big one, and turf is the fan of feathers. We talked about the male turkeys are they call them toms or gobbler. The female turkeys are called hen, like a chicken, hen. So we had a lot of terminology today with our second grade class. We had quilt, which is a patchwork of recycled fabric. It's called quilt. And some of you might be able to win stickers if you remember terminology. We had quilts. We had patchwork. If you like this runaway turkey, say yay! Yay! And now is your turn.